Oh,
Really?
I just broke something.
Really?
Nice.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, my goodness, we take 2 weeks off and the entire landscape of professional wrestling has changed. Vince McMahon has retired. Triple H, Stephanie, and Nick Khan are now in charge of WWE, and SummerSlam's right around the corner. Marks will have nothing to complain about. We cover all of that. Of course, Ric Flair's last match, some big news regarding WrestleMania 39 and 40, and unfortunately, Slack is here to help us cover all of those things. It's our SummerSlam preview edition of Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 301, titled Summer Slack, exclusively on Kings of the Rings podcast, and it starts right now. I mean, we took 2 weeks off, and
Oh, I thought it was just 1 week.
a week off.
It was one.
Well,
week.
we
feels
did a
like-
week.
it-
2 weeks
it
ago.
feels
2
like
weeks
2
ago
weeks ago,
was,
yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, it feels like a year ago.
Feels,
dude.
yeah,
It's been
it feels a
long-ass
long time, but my God, Jesus, there's a lot of wrestling.
We're in a
news
new
stuff.
timeline.
Yeah, I feel like we have hit like just a
Like
multiverse.
BV and AV.
Yeah. So what's
Well, like you know how it's like before Christ and after Christ, Franklin? No.
it's before the
It's like
BV and
BV,
It's before Common Era
BV,
now.
AV.
yeah, BV and
They
AV.
canceled Jesus. BCE and AD.
Yes, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, King Rick Rose. Welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 301. We're in a new era of Kings of the Rings podcast, especially from the visual cortex, as we are going to be doing a lot of new things visually for our show each and every week. So be on the lookout for that if you're watching us right now, along with Will Tarashok, DK Murphy, and our special guest returning for the fourth time?
Third or fourth?
Something like that, officially. Slack. So, Slack, how are you doing, sir?
We're doing okay in Canada right now, anyway, at least for me personally.
I love that you are speaking for the entire Canadian conglomerate.
It's just better than what's going on with you guys, at least from what I've seen. So,
I don't know, man. Trudeau's kind of be a tyrant.
I voted for him.
well,
it is.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Just for me personally, though, things are going very well.
Good.
Well, that's good.
That's what matters. That's
yeah.
what matters.
That's very, very good for you. Will Tarachuk, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Busy as always. Busy as a bee. But that's good because it's a lot to talk about. I have so many mixed emotions about Vince McMahon. I can't wait to get into them with you, K. Murphy. Because I feel like K. Murphy's going to yell at me this episode. I feel it in my bones.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because Seth Rollins is at a SummerSlam and you're just going to start screaming.
Quick sidebar. Seth's suit on this week on Raw was everything.
Oh, it was glistening. Him and Corey Graves matched,
um,
actually. It was really kind of funny.
I was napping when Vince McMahon retired, and I woke up to like multiple missed calls and text messages from people, Ricky included.
You're welcome.
I was very confused. Like I initially thought someone died, but turns out Vince just retired.
Yeah, so let's.
I mean, he might as well die.
Franklin is here.
So yeah,
Franklin is
hello,
here,
Franklin.
And his birthday on Monday. It'll
Yes,
be 1 year.
congratulations. Congratulations to Franklin. So let's get into it right now. And the biggest news happening that shocked everybody's system, whether you watch wrestling currently, haven't watched wrestling in years, or you were a news reporter, because this broke every major news outlet. Vince McMahon tweeted at 4:05 p.m. on July 22nd, 2022 at 77. Time for me to retire. Thank you, WWE Universe. Then, now, forever together. Hashtag WWE. Hashtag thankful. Listen. It's not a sex scandal. It's a money scandal. Anyway, be it as may, I am going to read what Vince McMahon wrote as his official press release. He said, as I approach 77 years old, I feel it's time for me to retire as chairman and CEO of WWE. Throughout the years, it's been a privilege to help WWE bring you joy, inspire you, thrill you, surprise you, and always entertain you. I would like to thank my family for mightily contributing to our success, and I would also like to thank all of our past and present superstars and employees for their dedication and passion for our brand. Most importantly, I would like to thank our fans for allowing us into your homes every week and being your choice of entertainment. I hold with deepest appreciation and admiration for our generations of fans all over the world who have liked, currently like, and sometimes even love our form of sports entertainment. He goes on to make a little more comments, but that is pretty much the gist of it. So, guys, Vince McMahon retired from the company he pretty much built from the ground up. Slack, we're going to start with you. What are your thoughts on this abrupt retirement?
A lot of people are just like, oh, the product's going to be so much better. Like, it's going to be so much better. It's like calling a plumber when your pipes have already burst. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take more than just Triple H now being a part of creative to fix the core problems in WWE. The retirement is a bit of a surprise. I felt like he was if anything, he was going to do like a leave of absence, like step down for like till he gets all this shit figured out. But I think in the long run, like not right now, we're not going to see any drastic long effects of him retiring. But I feel like long term, like this time next year, I feel like we're going to see a very different WWE. Not only just like what they're putting out product wise, but like as a company as a whole.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Fretz, who's also here in the chat as well. Welcome, Fretz, your other Canadian brethren.
Being overrun by Canadians here.
Seriously. So, Will, to you, what are your thoughts on this Vince retirement resignation?
I'm sad. I really am sad. Because I think someone as great as Vince and how great his impact on the wrestling business has been, it's a damn shame that this is how it ends. And not just from the retirement, like this, all of it, the scandals, like because Vince has been bulletproof. He survived so many scandals before, but this is the one that takes him down. The one that doesn't.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, no. I am. I'm very surprised.
I'm not.
I thought Vince. When one of those people was untouchable. Because this kind of scandal takes down lesser men and women all the time. One that doesn't even require evidence.
Yeah.
At least concrete evidence.
It's very
so it's wild and it's sad that some of this man's caliber.
I feel like sad is a really poor choice of words, though. Personally.
What was it? What word?
Sad. I feel like sad is a weird choice of words of how to feel about someone like Vince McMahon.
Well, I mean, I pity him in the fact that this is his whole life, right? Like the reason he didn't retire is because he has nothing else to do. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Vince McMahon dies in the next 6 months of just sadness.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He doesn't live for. I feel like 2 more WrestleManias max.
Yeah, like I don't give him a pass for what he did or may not have done. Like it doesn't mean what he did or didn't do is right. It's just a sad situation. Anyone like cheering that he's gone and the man fell from power, it's just like, man.
I feel like anybody that
is better.
Like the people that are cheering about it are weird, but the people that are like destroyed about it are also kind of weird to me. Like I feel just like kind of whatever about it because it's like, yeah, the dude is like, from a long-term overall standpoint, the dude is a genius. But he's also a friggin' monster of a human being. Like, he's just... like, not even just, like,
he's
how...
He's a weird man, dude. He's a weird man.
He's not even just the weirdness stuff, though. Like, just the crap he's done to his employees over the decades upon decades.
Allegedly.
And, like,
no, I get that. No, I Slack, I get where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to say you're wrong. Because, yeah, this, in all intents and purposes, is Vince McMahon a good person? You know, I don't know Vince McMahon. I have no idea. I have nothing about the content of his character. The only thing I know is from what I've heard and what I've seen on TV, which isn't much. But still, the fact has to be said, he's the greatest promoter who ever lived.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yes.
Right? And the fact that this is how his legacy ends is just sad.
Yeah, really is.
I agree that it is sad, but... Vince McMahon is the reason we are all sitting here today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, WWE is what brought wrestling to, like, all of our lives. And then as a result of WWE, we were able to find, you know, like, AEW and New Japan and Impact and indie promotions. Like, as easy it is to shit on Vince, and I've been shitting on Vince for the last couple of years, because its creative is not what it should be.
Mm.
WWE is for me has not been as fun to watch.
No, it's
But
100%.
it's not fun for me anymore. But I am excited for the future to see what Trips does, how
Agreed.
Stephanie and Nick Khan run the company. I'm hoping with Steph as co-CEO, we see more diversity and like inclusivity within WWE. I'm hoping this means Evolution 2 can be a possibility. Like all the things Vince didn't want to do or book, I'm hoping are reality.
Mm-hmm.
I have just,
But it
like,
still sucks to see Vince go while he needed to go. It's still sad. Vince McMahon has been in charge for our whole lives, and now we are seeing the passing of the new guard, and it's a bunch of different feelings.
I think it's a net positive for the company moving forward.
Oh, for sure.
This was the right thing to do. I think that's why Vince ended up stepping down. Someone got in his ear and was like, "Listen, Dad, I know you want." I said, "Dad, I'm."
It sure as hell wasn't Shane. I was like, what are you talking about?
Like, I'm assuming it was someone like Steph. Like, listen, Vince, this is what's best for the company.
Calling her dad Vince.
But Steph probably does call him Vince. It's by this is what's best for the company. And I think at the end of the day, Vince is still a company man, and he saw the writing on the wall. He's like, listen, I don't need to fight anymore. Like in the 90s, it would have been best for the company if he stepped down to the steroid shop. He's like, no. This is my company. I need to fight for it. Now it's just like, what does he have left to fight for? What's the point in fighting? Just do what's best for the company.
Yeah, Vince has done everything that you would want him to do and then some. And like to Kay's point, Vince is the reason that wrestling is the way it is today. Because remember, before Vince took a leap of faith against everything that the business was before him. It was carny as hell. It was territorial. And nobody wanted to give up the territories. And Vince took a leap of faith. And as Vince has said in other interviews before, even though they are spares, if Vince's dad, Vince McMahon Sr., knew what Vince was going to do with the company, he would have never sold him the company. Vince took a leap and said, we can get on TV, we can make this a global phenomenon, and we're going to get the best people, and we're going to... Vince killed the territories. For good reason, yeah. Yeah. You know, there is a fine line between genius and insanity. If you look at any person who's been perceived as a genius or a great person throughout history, they teeter that line all the time. Look at Jordan. People say Jordan's the greatest of all time, but people say Jordan was hyper competitive and a bully. But there is a price. Yes. There's a price for success and fame, and sometimes you have to be the asshole, you know, and sometimes you have to bully people to get your way, because sometimes your vision in your head is greater than, you know, than someone else's opinion, because you believe it so strongly. Those are some of the things Vince had. Vince had such a strong opinion, and he found a way to make it work.
Thinking that WrestleMania should have been called the Colossal Tussle before Howard Finkel said something. That
I have never heard that before.
Yeah, neither
is
have
a
I.
100% fact. Vince McMahon
Please,
wanted
Slack,
to name
prove this to me.
WrestleMania the Colossal Tussle. I'm sorry.
Prove it.
I feel like this is
Who's
like
your source?
I
It's
feel
Russell
like
Brand.
we're having a Mandela effect moment right now because I've never heard of that in my life.
Neither have I.
I will say I will never forgive Vince McMahon for blowing up his fucking limo and increasing my anxiety in 11.
Well, if you remember, that was when he was supposed to leave. He was never supposed to return to TV. The issue with that was that the Benoit died like a week or so later, and then he had to return to TV. He was never supposed to return after that. That was supposed to be his official send-off. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what that. But, like, you know, Vince is, like we've said before, if Vince said it perfectly on the Pat McAfee show. He said, I am who I am.
By the way, just as I looked it up here.
Thank you, Slack.
In an interview they did with somebody, he says that there was a board meeting and Vince threw out the name Colossal Tussle and nobody wanted to say no. And then Fink said, what about WrestleMania? And I don't know. Even if it's not true, I think that's just a fun urban legend.
I believe it. I believe it.
I believe it.
Absolutely.
It's a fun fact. Vince hasn't always had the greatest ideas, but be it as it may. There's a great line from obviously Dark Knight that says, "You ever die a hero, see yourself long, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain." Happens to pretty much everybody, but Vince stepped down, probably rightfully so. It is weird, but Vince took him down because I mean I don't know about you, Will, but I definitely thought that Vince would die before he gave up the company.
Me too.
Me too.
Yep.
You know, this is another one, Ricky, where me and you got to eat a big bowl of shit here.
Yeah.
We were long about Liv Morgan, and we were long about this. I think for some reason, I think Liv Morgan's future, I got handled. All right, we're gonna talk about it SummerSlam. I mean, but yeah, Vince seemed bulletproof. I think the legacy of Vince McMahon is, listen, always remembered, always respected, but still not without scrutiny.
Of course.
You
Of course,
critique the shit out of Vince McMahon. Like, he's not above being critiqued or pointed out for his flaws,
No.
as anyone else in fame and power should be.
Yeah. He had his flaws, but he had a damn good idea. He had a damn good idea. He is.
Sorry, so what's this? You were wrong about Liv Morgan. I'm kind of.
Oh,
what is that?
hold on, fanboy of Liv Morgan.
I'm sorry. Do you not listen to our show?
Not every week.
Black?
Wow.
Well, I guess who's going back to listen then?
Yeah, seriously, you
Every
are.
week.
But
I'm busy. Yeah.
But we are gonna. You're not that busy. We are gonna move on, obviously, because there is a new regime in power, like we have mentioned. Nick Khan, look at that steel face of his, and Stephanie.
I never know what he looks like.
That's what he looks like.
He kind of looks
Yeah.
like. Who does he look like? He kind of looks like Jinder Mahal and Alberto Del Rio.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Jinder Del Rio.
Jinder Del Rio. Well, Nick Khan, the man who is behind the fact that WWE's been making a ton of money lately, and Stephanie McMahon, the woman who's grown up in the business and done everything under the sun, kind of like Vince did. So I think these two are a perfect pairing to be on top of the ladder of WWE and steering the ship.
This is gonna sound bad, but I think Nick Khan's steering the ship and Stephanie's there for show.
It's
I
possible. Nick Khan has had a huge rise.
She's there to save face and be an ambassador. Which, hey, that's a hell of a gig for you, Steph.
I mean, honestly, so is the Queen of England.
Exactly. Nick Khan is the brains and money-making factory behind this company, and I think he's really running things. In my opinion.
I'm okay with that.
Stephanie will have a hands-on approach more about like the philanthropic,
Yeah,
endeavors
Steph will have her place.
like Connor's Cure,
Yeah.
Susan G. Komen, all that shit.
She's there for the photo ops, essentially.
But like, that's not necessarily what a CEO does.
No.
Like, a CEO is the one making the money, making the calls, the board meetings, and all that kind of stuff. Steph is just doing another job at the title of co-CEO.
Yeah, she's the face. Yeah, she's the face. She's the PR person. She's the smiling person. I mean, Steph knows how to work the media. Yeah.
With Vince being gone, I believe I think it was Matt or Bischoff talking about this, but with Vince being gone, the loyalty to Vince is gone as well.
Yes.
Meaning people who come back, people who stay. Like, you think Bruce Pritchard's long for WWE without Vince there?
Nope.
No. Kevin Dunn?
Nope.
Do you think John Cena or The Undertaker or Shawn Michaels is going to be quick to come back?
Shawn Michaels is running NXT.
Okay. Bad example for Shawn Michaels. But, like, any of those guys.
No.
Cena might.
Cena, yeah, Taker.
Cena probably. Rock, most definitely. But, like a Stone Cold. Do you think Stone Cold would have done WrestleMania with Vince wasn't there?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Do you think Taker will come back and even do any appearance if Vince isn't there? I mean, possibly if the money's right, but it's going to take some convincing.
Yeah.
You know, with Steph being there, I think Steph is also there for like from respect and loyalty from people in the business.
And keeping it within the McMahon name.
That too. Legacy.
Yeah.
Steph is a legacy.
Yep, and that's what you do with legacies. So you have those two at the top. And this also was announced on the same day that Vince retired. Triple H, they officially announced during WWE press that Triple H was back as Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, meaning he took John Laurinaitis' position. He is in charge of all talent relations across the board, WWE, SmackDown, NXT. That's all Triple H. He lets everybody know who gets in, who gets out, who leaves, who stays, all of that. And then recently, at the beginning of this week, it was then confirmed, because everybody wanted to know, well, who's going to be in charge of creative? Triple H is also in charge of creative. Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm most excited about, is Triple H being part of creative, because I haven't watched WWE genuinely since WrestleMania, I think.
I will tell all of you guys
So I needed something to bring me back, and I think Triple H being part of creative, like the head of creative, is what's going to bring me back again.
Listen, folks. This is what I'm going to go off a little bit. This is what all you fucking marks wanted. You wanted Vince gone. You wanted Triple H in charge. You got what the fuck you wanted. Stop fucking complaining. Okay.
You change your desires.
Yeah, seriously.
Wait. Who's mad about it? I think it's lovely. Like, I will start watching WWE again because I believe in Triple H.
No, that's the thing I'm talking about, Kay, is how long have we heard from people who shall not be named about, oh, this is Vince, fuck Vince, what is he doing? This wouldn't happen if Triple H. This wouldn't happen if Triple H and Stephanie were in charge. Blah, 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 you know, rabble.
Oh, and I've been one of those. I have been one of those rabble rangers.
I have as well.
You know,
I blame Vince for a lot.
So now we have all gotten what we wanted. You wanted Vince gone, he's gone. You wanted Triple H in charge of talent and creative, he is in charge of talent and creative. Stephanie is that smile and wave happy face that she always is. Now just let the dust settle. And they're still going to complain about something.
Yeah.
you know. I will say this, because I was at Raw at the Garden, which was sold out to the fucking rooftop, by the way, which was fantastic. And two things. I, thought Vince was going to show up, because I was like, how apropos. Raw, Garden, Vince McMahon.
Oh, Vince.
Because I feel like it would have been nice for him to say one last goodbye to the place that put WWE on the map.
Yeah.
You know, but he did not show. But I will say, from a television show perspective, it felt lighter. It didn't feel like that much pressure. Like the performers, especially the opening segment with Roman and Theory, and also with Logan Paul and Miz starting out the show, that chaos. I was like, oh, this is different. It's a little bit of a fresh air. We do know Triple H was backstage, talking to all the talent, saying he pretty much has an open door policy and he hopes that he can keep lines of communications open with everybody, and things of that nature. So if you judge the new era by how Raw showed, especially within that first hour and a half, there's promise there.
I think good things are coming. I really do.
Yeah.
I think WWE is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
They make too much money.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Who on the roster do you think is going to benefit the most from Triple H being part of...
Michael Cole. I'm not even kidding.
Yes. It's a good point. It's a very, very good point.
Just wondering who's going to get pushed now.
Stephanie even bullied Michael Cole in the speech on SmackDown.
Who doesn't bully Michael Cole? But I mean, it was a cute bullying. Yeah.
It was very cute.
It was a cute bullying by Stephanie. So Trips is in charge. There are a lot of changes. There are a lot of changes going on. This all happened on Friday. As well as this news came out on Friday as well. They started doing the on-location sales for WrestleMania in Hollywood. WrestleMania 39. Sad. Essentially, it's their travel packages, which is going to be including things like appearances from WWE superstars if you go for the right tier. I think you get the tour like the Broken Skull Ranch as well with Stone Cold as a possibility.
So fucking perk.
You know, as well as you get your own private pre-show hospitality for Mania with also superstar appearances. If you go like a real high tier, you get to go backstage at WrestleMania as well.
Jesus Christ!
Which is
but how much is that ticket package?
A huge thing. This also you can do ticket packages. They can also add hotel packages as well, which includes transportation to and from Mania. On Location knows their shit. If you look them up separately, they do the Rose Bowl, they do the Super Bowl, they do the Final Four, they do all these crazy packages. One of my friends did the Super Bowl for an On Location package, and he was on the field at the end of the Super Bowl with the confetti flying and everything.
Jesus.
$1 million to sit in Gorilla. Who would buy it?
$2 million to call a match, $3 million to call the finish.
All right. I could picture they sell a ticket for $1 million for a front row seat in Gorilla to a fan, and fucking Dave buys it, and security's just like, no, man, no. No.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Three belts. They're just like, no. We're escorting you out of the building.
Oh my God.
Refund the ticket.
All right, let's say Dave
plus
pays
$1 million,
$3 million
and you're gone.
Gorilla, book a match, and book the finish. What do you think Dave would book for Mania?
Book the match and book the finish. What would Dave do? Oh my God.
Versus Okada. In a Hell in a Cell called by JR and a ghost of Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. That sounds about right. So WrestleMania Hollywood is happening, and even more so that they released in their press release about this on location stuff, and it's pretty true. It's probably AJ Nakamura, and Nakamura beats AJ at WrestleMania. That's probably what Dave would actually pick. In their WrestleMania Hollywood on location press release, they also revealed that individual and combo tickets for WrestleMania 39 will go on sale to the public in August, which is a huge change. Because usually
it's in January.
November.
No, usually it's November.
Usually
it is in November. So they are going until, I believe, August 12th, so like 2 weeks away.
My birthday's coming up.
It is.
And I'm not buying your ticket for WrestleMania.
I know that.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I could come into money. I'm just not I'm not emotionally prepared to book Mania in August.
If you book, neither am I, but like I think
not
of
a
it
goddamn
as
chance.
shows to worry about first.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I have other stuff like my next other big trip besides Mania, because I am going next year. But I'm going to New Orleans in May.
Lucky.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Bachelorette party, baby.
Slap, what would it take for you to go to Mania? Any Mania?
Any Mania?
Other than it being in Toronto.
Oh, like if it was like in the States?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It depends. So like if I had a friend of mine offer to buy me tickets to whichever SummerSlam was in New York.
There were like
there was like 7 of them.
No, like the most recent.
Last one?
The most recent pay-per-view in New York. I had someone offer me
Survivor Series.
We were there.
Yeah, I knew it was Big Four. And I was like, I don't know. I would have to know the card in advance. But with WrestleMania, I'd probably just, if someone asked if I wanted to go and like the price was fine, I'd probably go. It's just a matter of money and being able to get the time off. That's all it is.
That's fair.
What states are you willing to travel to for WrestleMania?
Most anything that's not like the Deep South. And like I'm not even like trying to be funny when I say that. Like
are you afraid of a Deep South?
No.
He's afraid that Atlanta chicken.
I've been wanting to go to California for a long time.
Space of heart.
I've been wanting to go to California for a long time, so like I genuinely thought about WrestleMania, but then I was just like, yeah, I don't know. The product doesn't really interest me right now, so like I would have to like see what's happening. But I guess with WrestleMania, I would be willing to just do like, I would just be willing to go for it for the sake of going for it, just to be able to say I went to one.
Yeah, Slack, question for you.
Possible.
Would you go on a road trip with Mr. Frets to WrestleMania?
Who's driving, first of all?
Good question. Also, who's driving?
Well,
Does
I
Mr.
mean-
Fritz drive?
I don't know, actually. Mr. Fretz, do you drive? Answer in the chat.
Slack, you drive, right?
not yet. No.
So I guess Fretz is driving.
Neither
Well-
of them drive.
My buddies that are here in the chat, if they're still here, Kevin and Aaron, another friend of ours, we had talked about going to New York for SummerSlam or whatever show it was that was in New York before COVID hit. We had talked about going into New York because they had announced a pay-per-view, like one of the big four, and we thought about it, and then COVID hit. So with Fred's, yeah, but like genuinely, like, a couple of my friends we've already thought about doing a road trip for WrestleMania.
Do it, dude.
Dude, yeah, it's a great
Do it.
time.
I feel like I owe you a beer, so I'll think about it.
Slack, we owe you a lot of stuff. If you ever make it to New York, you're gonna have a time of your life. Yeah, we did.
Blood oath.
We're going to strip club, right?
I mean, I've only
Hell yeah, we're going to the strip club.
I've only met a handful of like my Twitter friends. Like I met Nikki and a couple of other people for the first time, Danny as well. I met all of them in person for the first time at SummerSlam 2019. And other than them, though, I haven't met anybody, but I have intentions to as much as I can.
You'll definitely meet us all, Slack, at someone. It looks like one of your friends will be willing to drive you wherever because he's driven 21 hours straight to Prince Edward Island, and that's crazy.
I haven't even looked at the chat, but I'm assuming I know. I think I know who that is, and I haven't even looked at the chat yet.
Yeah, Crash with Craft.
Yeah,
you are a madman, but I dig it.
Aaron,
I dig it a lot.
That's very much a vibe that I would get you doing.
Look at the Sabo's on the way. He'll pick ass, but look at you, Mr. Pratt. So, anywho,
Why
folks.
the fuck are we planning a WrestleMania road trip live on the podcast? What is
because Slack, I'm going to break this news directly to you right now. Breaking news, as you probably already know, it came out this morning, pretty much as I was waking up or I was doing work. WrestleMania 40 has officially been announced for the East Coast. It is not going to be in Las Vegas. It is going to the city of Philadelphia.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, it
We're
is.
going. We already talked about it. We're going.
I literally stopped work and called Will. He's like, dude, what's up? I go, WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, dude, not even
Philadelphia.
Hello. How rude. But
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, I was like,
I texted
40.
Dylan, sent the picture from Discord, and I'm like, we're going, right? So, like, we are confirmed to be going.
I didn't even think about that when I saw the news. I was like, oh, okay, cool, Philly, moving on. And it, like, as we're sitting here, I was like, wait a minute, WrestleMania is in fucking Philly for 4, and that's when it finally hit me, and I'm like,
Your
Shit,
boy
this is
Aaron.
because it
I'm
literally
so
came out of
excited
fucking
to
nowhere
go.
that Ricky asked me. Like, it came out of nowhere, and I was like, why is he asking? And now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's your boy Aaron. Your boy Aaron Slack said that Philly's only a 10-hour drive, so he's all for it.
I
Yeah,
have
Aaron-
done several 16-hour road trips. You should absolutely do this.
Oh,
Road
shit.
trips are
Yo,
life-changing.
The year WrestleMania 40 is the same year Fretz turns 40.
This is also very true. 40 at 40.
Finding
That's too
friends at
perfect. We
40.
have to do this.
All right, Ricky,
Yeah.
you got to find a Philadelphia strip club. That might be gross.
Oh, trust me, I have a bunch of connects in Philly.
I might have
That
to
we-
look at
so
my
we'll-
life.
we'll be
For a
fine.
really long
Bad idea,
time, so
though.
I'm gonna ask Dylan to give us a list of shit to do when we all go.
I
Because
have
they
friends who
for
live
like
in.
a
I have
long
friends who
time.
directly live in Philly. They can just take us around.
I do too as well. Actually, I have one or two as well.
Yeah.
Hit up
Yeah.
.com, baby.
I want to go to a Flyers game.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I want to see it happen.
They're probably dirt cheap because the fucking Flyers suck. But
Exactly.
I want to see Birdie. I'll go with you, Mr. Slack.
fuck that mascot. Anywho, here is the press release
Thank
from
you.
WWE regarding this. WrestleMania 40 will be April 6th and April 7th, 2024.
Oh, yeah.
WrestleMania is more than a 2-day event. It's a week-long celebration in addition to WrestleMania. Other events will include Friday Night SmackDown, the Hall of Fame, and Monday Night Raw. No mention of an NXT takeover or anything like that just yet, as well as other fan events at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. In addition, WWE will also host multiple community outreach events, including hospital visits and BSR bullying prevention rallies designed to get back to the local region, as we all know that they do all the time. Here's the crazy stat that they like to push out, and it's one of the reasons why WrestleMania in and of itself, as its own product, is a top 10 sporting event in the world. WrestleMania, over the past decade, WrestleMania has generated more than, quote the spokes, $1.25 billion in cumulative economic impact for the cities that have hosted the event. This past April, in Dallas, was home to 156,352 fans from 50 states, 53 countries attending WrestleMania and generating a record $206.5 million in economic windfall for the Dallas-Arlington area.
Wow.
Fuck.
That's a lot of money.
Yo, do cities have to bid for WrestleMania like they do for the Super Bowl?
Yes, they do.
I wonder how much that costs.
I believe it is a bidding war. I'll have to double check it. I believe it is a bidding war, and or they probably. I think it's probably a mix of a bidding war, and WWE narrows it down. We like this city, this city, this city, and then they get into discussions with all of them. Be like, what can you do? What can we provide?
Where logistics? Where can we go? Yeah.
Exactly.
What buildings are available?
You know, because this is the first time in 25 years that Philly has held a WrestleMania. Because remember, Philly did hold WrestleMania 15, which was the first Austin Rock battle. Yeah. Yeah, first time in 25 years.
I'm very excited.
I'm hugely excited because I was like, I for sure thought it was going to Vegas.
I did too.
Me too.
I was like, this is a no-brainer, Vegas. But in the link, that stadium's massive. I've always thought the Philadelphia setup was a perfect setup for WrestleMania.
It is.
All your arenas are in one place. You have that giant bar section in the middle. It's going to be an amazing time.
Although we're going to have to pay for parking. There's no public transport over there.
No, I mean, but like if we do the same setup that we did for when we were there for the Rumble back in 2018, it won't be that. It's really not that bad of a
it's not a bad drive. We
yeah.
Ubered, but that was Royal Rumble. It was smaller. We could do that. WrestleMania, it's like 60,000 people. We're not getting Ubers for hours. Trust me.
You don't want to drive.
Ian and Nate can.
Well, what we did when we went to Mania, Kay, was that
I'm glad we drove to Mania.
Yeah, when we went to Mania, not Mania, we went to the Rumble. When we went to the Rumble in Philly, there was a parking garage where like a block away from where we stayed. So then we just Ubered all around because we were in Center City anyways.
Oh, it was great.
We were in Center City. We were actually in the neighborhood.
We were in the neighborhood.
It was.
We must go.
It was so clean.
It was. We were by the neighborhood in Reading Terminal Market.
Reading Terminal, that's what it's called. And Fanatics.
I am probably going to want to rent a
Mitchell
car.
and Ness, actually.
Just to feel safe about it. Like, I do not want to rely on... Like, when we were in Atlanta, we did not rent a car, and it was a huge mistake.
We'll make it... Well, Atlanta, I can understand. We'll make it work. Philly is an interesting city. But like I said, we have a lot of connections. We will make it work, so... I'm looking forward... Yeah, we have hope. I have a friend who's actually, like, loves to cook on the low, and is, like, a pretty damn good cook. So... And it'll be his first WrestleMania, too. I literally was talking to him. It's one of my friend's, like, brother-in-laws. When I went to the wedding... of my friend's older brother, and the brother-in-law found out we were both wrestling marks. He's been a fan of us ever since.
That's
and
awesome.
He has never been to a WrestleMania.
An RV.
It's life-changing.
He's never been to a WrestleMania, so I literally texted him. I was like, "Just stick with me, kid. I'll tell you everything you need to know."
Yeah.
Ricky's the best person to travel with.
I agree. My partner has never been to Mania, so if all works for LA, next year will be their first year going.
Aren't they a relatively new wrestling fan, Kay Murphy?
No, they watched wrestling when they were younger.
All right, so
Gotcha.
a reborn wrestling fan.
Reborn
Kind
wrestling
of,
fan.
yeah. Their brother watches like weekly.
Fair.
Nice.
Fair enough.
And so
Okay.
is Jazz's
got-
grandmother, which is bizarre.
I mostly like will watch like AEW with Dylan, like, and if it works out for them to come over for a WWE pay-per-view, we'll watch it.
Gotcha.
Big
Speaking
news
of
out of AEW tonight, by the way.
what's that,
like,
Slack? Slack with the breaking news.
Ricky Starks retained against Danhausen. He listed
No.
an open challenge, and Hook answered the challenge and beat Ricky Starks in 40 seconds to win the FTW championship. Ricky Starks cut a post-match. Hold on. Ricky Starks cuts a post-match promo, and Hobbs turns on Starks.
Damn.
Yeah. Yes.
Incredible.
Just
Thank you,
crazy.
So is Ricky Starks like a face? Is that what we're supposed to be getting out of
Yeah,
this?
he's absolutely going to be face now for sure. And
Dude, I'm a
about
big
time.
fan of Ricky Starks. I'm a big fan of Powers Harbs. I'm an even bigger fan of Hook. So that's a win-win in my
The
book.
Hook thing is so ridiculous. I can't believe how fast he got over.
It's incredible.
Kevin's
I'm
mad at
proud
you,
to
Slack.
say-
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't think about that. Sorry, Kevin.
I'm behind.
Sorry, I didn't think about that. My friends don't normally show up to anything that I do, so I'm just not used to it.
Yeah, we're surprised too. Don't
What's
worry.
it feel like?
Yeah, we really are.
Thank you, Slack's
Really
friends.
are.
1 for being his friends, and 2 for supporting us.
Yeah, seriously.
It's very kind of you.
Give us a follow on all of our socials, KOTR_podcast.
We end all our shows with "fuck you, Slack." So
Yeah. So,
stay
oh yeah,
tuned for
sorry.
that.
All right. So actually,
Should we
Yeah.
play the first guest with Slack's friends?
no, we can't. We don't have time for that.
No.
Yeah. So Kevin and Aaron, we do like.
They're on.
It's too bad. I have to come on the show then.
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah. So Kevin and Aaron, we do have
Next time.
we do have a little bit of a game that we like to play, and it's called Are You Team Slack or Are You Team Fuck You Slack?
Oh, Kevin's gonna be team fuck you Slacker right now.
There we go.
100%, no doubt.
He's also playing Ghost of Tsushima. Nice.
Jealous. I'm waiting for it to come out on PC in like a year.
Very, very nice. So yeah, as we were saying, so we are here for SummerSlam, and it is Summer Slack, our annual Slack stuff. But before we get to that, if you looked at WWE Shop lately, it looks a lot like Fanatics, because Fanatics bought out WWE Shop, and Fanatics is now in control of
Really?
WWE Shop.
Really?
Yeah. This has been a deal that was announced months ago. It just went into effect last week.
You mean Pro Wrestling Tees isn't involved anymore?
Oh wow, it is very different. Yeah.
Yeah, so WWE
Free
had
shipping on over $24. Yes, please.
yeah, and so WWE. Oh, top tier Taquan is here. What is up,
Hey
buddy?
yo,
Hi, Taquan.
my man.
Top tier Taquan. So, WWE is now a Fanatics run shop. WWE had recently had you do like your own username and password that has all been converted to a Fanatics username and password. So you can use your Fanatics dollars on all WWE stuff. Last time it was W Shop. Last time I was on there, it is still in the primitive phase of merging everything over. But just, it's Fanatics, so you'll be able to go to Fanatics for anything sports and sports entertainment now.
Yeah, Fanatics is great. That's where I got the Thurman Munson jersey, right, for my dad.
Well, no, you got it on Mitchell and Ness when we were in Philly.
That was Mitchell and Ness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got those confused.
Fanatics is an online store. Mitchell and Ness is the throwback store.
Yeah, Mitchell and Ness, dude. That is the shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Fanatics is online where you get all of your apparel, NFL, NHL, college football, all of that shit. And now WWE. Like I said, it's still in the transition phase.
Dude, that's gonna be a great deal for Fanatics because people buy. I would be surprised if people buy more wrestling merch than NFL merch.
Yeah, I do have more wrestling merch than NFL merch.
I'm saying like this nationwide in terms of sales. So what do you think the highest selling sport is? And if you count wrestling, that's probably wrestling.
I would probably say wrestling. I would definitely say wrestling. So I would definitely say wrestling. So that's Fanatics for you. I would still say for right now, if you are looking to find stuff on WWE Shop, do not go to fanatics.com yet. Go to WWEshop.com still, because it's a little bit easier to navigate right now instead of going straight to Fanatics.
Right now, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it's got the
Like,
Fanatics.
it looks like a
clean.
There's a lack of merchandise already, though. Like, there's a lack of t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're still in the transition phase. They are lacking a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna take some
you
time.
go to Roman's section, it's just the greatness on a different level shirt
God
and
mode.
the God mode shirt, a long sleeve needle mover, and then like the new Bloodline shirt, and that's it.
Yeah, it's going to take some time for that conversion to happen. So I would say
Yeah.
go to WWEshop.com until then and work through it that way. But let's move on to the reason for the season that we invited Slacker, because Slacker is going to help us predict a product that he hasn't watched in months.
Hell yeah!
Great.
Yes. SummerSlam is upon us. It is going to be this Saturday in Will and Cape. You guys haven't already figured out, I have invited you over to watch it on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
If you guys would like to.
I cannot on Saturday. My deepest apologies.
You're breaking my heart, Kay.
Can I crash there?
Yeah, I'm
I'll
good.
explain why off air.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
Look. Well, you have to see it since it was a barren wasteland when you helped me move in.
I know. It's a
You
nice.
gotta-
It's a nice spot.
Yeah, you got to see what I've done with it thus far. So SummerSlam is this Saturday, Nissan Stadium. They're starting to do their little tryouts for everything and shit as well. I was looking at on Instagram. But let's go through this card, starting at the top for the supposed final time, which might be the final time because Brock almost walked out of the company when Vince retired.
Oh, wait, what happened, Kay?
Slack, you will understand this. They have the UK tag team belts for sale.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do. I'm looking at them right now.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. You have to buy them. You do understand this, right?
I know they're $400.
Start a GoFundMe. I will help fund this. I will help fund this.
Oh my god, you guys should get the UK tag titles and then cosplay is pretty deadly.
Well, I always said, like, when I got married, I wanted to have, like, the tag titles at my wedding, and if I could have any tag titles, it would be those.
Fair enough.
They told me about that a couple of years ago, and now it's just, like, so perfect.
And now they're on the shop.
I think when I first met them is when we talked about it. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So-
Okay, wow.
All right. Stop Googling over wrestling championship belts. I get it.
Oh.
But back to SummerSlam. Again, main event is Roman versus Brock for the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Apparently the last time ever with Roman versus Brock. It is a last man standing match in a fucking stadium. And I have no idea how this is going to go. You also have Austin Theory, who still has the Money in the Bank briefcase, barely.
Technically.
Yeah, I don't
technically.
think he's cashing in.
So my question, and I'm gonna throw it to Slack, who obviously has not seen the product in a while. Slack, who wins this, Roman or Brock?
Okay, it's not that I haven't seen the product. I'm aware of what's happening. I just haven't actually sat and watched a program since Mania. I feel like it has to be Roman. Like, if it's Brock, I'll be shocked, especially now considering what happened with Vince. The only thing I want to come out of this match is just a singular belt. Like, I don't think he needs to have both. I just think they need to make like one beauty belt. But the thing I'm wondering is, if Theory cashes in, does he cash in and win both, or does he like have like his choice?
That's a great question.
That's a great
Because
question.
I've been thinking about that, because I was like, what if he cashes in, takes both, and then like Triple H comes out and says just like, you gotta pick, or like,
pick one.
I feel like,
But isn't
Then he gets
it
pedigree.
one title now? He's just holding
Until
the
they make
two
it a
belts
singular
for
belt,
the
I think-
character.
yeah,
I think he's just holding the two belts for his character, because obviously it makes you look better if you're holding two belts, but it's one title.
Yeah, like back in the early
Correct?
2000s, like back in the 2000s when Jericho won the Undisputed Belt, when he lost Triple H, he lost both belts.
Yeah.
But I feel like WWE has a tendency of, like, remember when Brock beat Cena? Like, just killed him at SummerSlam?
Yes,
And
we've seen the
then-
squash.
Yeah, and then he had the two belts that night, and then the next night they gave him one belt. Until WWE does that with Roman, I feel like they're keeping it 2 belts for a reason. It's that way Roman can still be a champion.
2 belts for Roman's character. I think once Roman drops, it will switch to 1 belt.
That's what I'm saying, is that like they're gonna have him lose like the Universal Championship and have him still be WWE champion for Raw, because he's pretty much beating everybody there is. That's not a thing
anymore.
No, I know, but
that's
I'm saying it's like I know it's not a thing, but I feel like they're keeping it 2 belts so they can cop out and make it a thing. Is basically what I'm getting at here.
They're keeping it 2 belts because you have 2 television contracts between Fox and USA Network. They are not syncing these belts together. They gave Roman both of these belts because it's Roman fucking Reigns, and he can carry both brands on his back. But be that as it may, until they are under one probably singular TV contract, these belts are not going to be unified, because they would have unified the belts already.
Yeah, I agree. They would have done already, but it's confusing. Point. 2 belts, one title.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Will? It is pretty much like you got to look into the naming of it, because when back in the early 2000s, when Triple H and Jericho had the belt, they called it the Undisputed Championship, and you understood that it was 2 belts, but it was actually 1, and then they came out with that title, and then when Randy first won it and then Cena took it from him, it was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
And then it was 1 belt.
And it was 1 belt.
Yeah.
And
what are they calling it now?
It's the Undisputed WWE Universal Champion. There's still 2 names in there. It reminds me of like when someone in boxing wins like.
No, there would be an and in there. There's a conjunction missing.
Didn't TNA do this recently, where like it was like you are the Impact champion, but they always carried 2 belts?
I think it's Tessa Blanchard.
No, I didn't. I feel like Bruce did this recently with Josh Alexander. So I remember the big gold one, and then like the new one that they brought out. I don't know, like I check on TNA every now and then, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is not going well, and then I just get out of it.
Hey, don't knock TNA. According to Daquan, in our chat, who is going to be pretty much our new stat guy, is that both titles are labeled as active usually, and in unification, 1 title is retired.
Exactly, that's my point.
That's a good point.
Maybe they are keeping it 2 belts so Theory can cash in and win 1 of them, but I feel like
you also have the idea of Clash at the Castle. You're going to want a title change at Clash at the Castle, I think.
That's the other thing that I've been thinking about, are they setting up McIntyre or even maybe Gunther to win at Clash of Champions?
Or Sheamus.
No, I don't think they're going to put the belt on Sheamus again. Maybe like the Intercontinental, but I don't think Walter's dropping that belt anytime soon.
You know,
Walter looks incredible.
Oh my god!
I don't know why I hate the weight cut. I really freaking do.
Listen, that weight cut's gonna save his career.
He doesn't look like he could eat your lunch and then like.
I'm not gonna lie, Slack. He looks less intimidating.
Yes, that's my point.
It's weird. It's weird, but I know it. We're wrong because he's jacked to the gills.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Like I still remember just like watching.
His tits are gone.
When they did NXT, when they did Imperium versus
mammogram.
When they did Imperium versus Undisputed Era, and Walter got that hot tag, and he just went pure Thanos on the Undisputed Era, and just was just killing them all fucking dead. I can't see Gunther doing that.
Dude, he's gotta be like, I lost all this weight for Vince. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, honestly. Him having like a significant other also just feels kind of like it's like one of those things where it's like I expected it, but like it's still kind of like to see. You know
it's
what
not
I mean?
Only a significant other. It's Jenny. Jenny's a gorgeous woman.
Oh, I know. But that's my point. Is that like it's like finding out like Brock Lesnar's married. It's like it looks like Brock Lesnar couldn't love anything except deer hunting.
Oh, not only is he married, he's married to Sable.
Dude, he actually married someone he jerked off to as a kid.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
That's goals.
Goal.
Right? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. you said that. I didn't say that.
Like, the most German man to never be German is Brock Lesnar. Like, he looks like he hunts planets by throwing deers into deep space.
Dude, I would be surprised if Brock came out. He's like, I grew up a Jew. And everyone just goes, wait, what?
I think that's why him and Goldberg had such a good relationship with each other.
He's like Brock Lesnar's like, yeah, they called me the Bear Jew as a kid.
I'm pretty sure there's a UFC fighter whose nickname is the Bear Jew.
Now, the Bear Jew was from Inglourious Bastards.
No, yeah. I know, but
Inglourious Bastards is one of my favorite films.
I'm
almost certain that there's a UFC fighter whose nickname is the Bear Jew. I'm going
to Google it on Microsoft Edge. No, I'm not going to Google it at all. It's still the same Google account. I don't want Google. Google researching that.
Yo, Taquan is on fire tonight. So Taquan just said, Gunther getting in shape is like you trying to look good for a girl, but she moves away before you make your move. The girl in this metaphor being Vince.
One that got away.
All the time. So are we all in unit? Okay, I don't think we got your prediction. Do you have Roman winning this?
Yes. He's gonna. I don't know.
We XK.
I'm curious about the finish.
Slack, we XK.
I know, I'm just still saying. I'm still saying that I'm curious.
Are you good? Can I talk now?
Please.
Go ahead, Kay.
There's a while where I thought Brock was gonna win because I don't know. I kind of just want Brock to win just to see what would happen. But the way they're like harping on this, because I actually watched SmackDown and Raw this week, and I noticed they're really harping on this 700-day reign. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, because it's the biggest since Bruno.
Yeah, like, they're not breaking, like, they're not ending Roman's streak right now.
Dude, they might try and get to 1,000.
Yeah.
That's another year. That's next year's Mania will be around 1,000.
But the merch they could make from that.
Actually, that's not true. I take that back. After next year's Mania would be 1,000.
Yeah, around Mania, he'd break it before Mania 40.
No,
they might just do it for the merchandise.
Maybe SummerSlam in 24. Is that right? I'm not good at math. I'm very sorry.
We're in 22 now. I don't think he holds it for another 2 years.
It would be about 300. Let's say it's about 300 days from today. So that's like 10 months.
Yeah. So he's got some time.
Do you think he defends against The Rock at Mania next year?
I do.
Potentially, but it's not both belts. It's one of those belts. You still have to fill 2 days of Mania. Be it as it may. Let's move on to the women. Here come the women, and what will eventually be a rematch of last year's SummerSlam. Sorry, Bianca Belair will be defending her title against the very posh-looking Becky Lynch.
Wearing?
I don't know.
It's like a VR headset that she threw off the floor.
It's like
she's in her Lady Gaga fame era.
That's a good analogy.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah,
I kind of like her better now. Lady Gaga's a legend.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is a freaking legend. I feel like for me, Kay, it's that what is it? It's that Becky Lynch has hit this. Becky Lynch and Seth, both of them, have hit this level of not give a fuckery with what they wear because they know whatever they wear, people are just going to talk about anyways. So the more ridiculous, the better.
I'm here for it, honestly.
I love it too.
Like, again, Seth's drip, impeccable. I want that suit. I want the suit he wore on Raw.
So while we're on UK, who wins this matchup? Does Bianca get her revenge against Becky? Does the story come full circle?
I think so, but at the same time, I don't know what either way, I don't know what Becky's gonna do. I love Becky with the title, and she's my favorite. But I kind of feel like she's hit a brick wall. Yeah. But this is based on me sporadically watching, so like I'm probably not the best opinion. But I don't know. I don't get what's next for her.
I don't.
Becky finished her program with Asuka? Like, did they wrap up Becky versus Asuka?
Not really.
That's probably where she goes next. Maybe that leads. Like, what's the next big gimmick pay-per-view?
I don't know. Extreme Rules. Sorry, Extreme Rules.
I feel like maybe they could do Becky versus Asuka in a big blow-off match there, and then maybe have Asuka turn heel the following night and do Asuka versus Bianca, because I think that'd be a great match.
Do you have Becky go into the UK as champion?
Ooh, fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my God.
I didn't consider
Do it.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
actually,
that's the
Yeah,
wild
they've
card
done
here.
that. WWE's done that. They did that with Nakamura in NXT. He dropped to Joe at Takeover Toronto and then won it back 3 weeks later in Japan. Oh shit!
Yes.
Becky's going over on Saturday, isn't she?
Becky's going over. Becky, I feel like out of any UK champion they could have over there, Becky would be the 1,000,000% the most over.
Maybe they'll have. Maybe Bianca goes over on Saturday and Becky wins like some sort of like fatal 4-way at the Clash.
Well, so you remember after SummerSlam, there is no pay-per-view until Clash at the Castle.
And how far out is that?
A month after. So
September.
SummerSlam's on the 30th. Clash of
the
the Castle is September 3rd or something like
Oh, wait. They're going to do a dusty finish. Bianca's going to hit the KOD, and Becky's foot's going to be on the rope, but the ref's not going to see it, and that's how they set up the rematch again at Clash of Clans or whatever the fuck it was.
that. We should call that preview show Clash of Clans. I got to write that down.
It's popsicle slack. It's totally popsicle.
Yeah, it really is. So
I didn't even consider the fact, because I keep forgetting that that's going to be a show. So I feel like someone from the UK is winning a belt that night. I just don't know
going into Clash as champion or winning at Clash.
I wouldn't be shocked if Gunther dropped the fucking IC title belt right before Clash and then he wins it back.
No,
But
absolutely not.
they
Slack.
shouldn't do it, but
No.
okay, I'll reword. If Vince was still in
No.
charge,
No, don't no. Don't you go with that if Vince bullshit. We are post Vince era. We are after Vince. Don't use that Vince excuse.
This
Yeah.
is Hunter's time. Give
will not do
Hunter a chance, Slack.
I love Walter. I love everything about him. I'm just saying if we were in a different multiverse, he would drop the belt before the pay.
Yo, who's this Walter guy you keep talking about?
I will never not call him Walter. I don't give a shit. I think Gunther
That's
is fucking
disrespectful,
stupid.
Slack.
I think
That's like calling me by my old name, Slack.
Ooh.
I'm sitting here waiting because as soon as Will said, "Who is this Walter?" I'm like, how long before Kay makes a dead name comment? Like, I knew it was coming, and I just fucking walked into it. God damn it.
Yeah, you did.
Fine, I will call him Gunther.
There you go.
You can call him whatever you want.
I'm
I don't
progressive.
even know
I'm
his real
progressive.
name.
Oh, but be it as it may, this is a toss-up between Becky and Bianca.
Oh, his real name is Walter.
Yeah, that's probably why they
his
changed
first-
it.
Yeah.
I have Bianca via dusty finish. 100%. I would put money on that if I could.
I'm gonna go with Bianca as well because I don't know what she does without this belt. There is nothing for her to do.
Turn heel and go to SmackDown.
No, that's coming later. That's coming in a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's the next match.
Asuka needs to turn heel soon, but
I feel like Becky could have a huge match against like a Legends at Clash of the Castle and doesn't really need the belt. Like, you know, her and Lita could go at it again or fucking whatever.
No.
Somebody.
Yeah, Becky's forever over. I have Bianca on this too. You need somebody until Triple H and company have a chance to really look at the women's division and see what the fuck they do with it. As in, like, you know, I don't know, I'm down for Nikki to laugh or do something with it. I think you need people at the top to kind of steer the ship, and that being Bianca is that chosen person. I also think that, you know, Bianca won at Mania last year and then dropped to Becky within like 26 seconds. She won at Mania this year. She's got to have a longer reign than the Mania to SummerSlam run. It's a great run, especially for your first one, but she's got to be able to show that she can do more.
About what Becky could do next.
there's someone that is from that area that hasn't had a lot to do recently, and unless they're injured and I'm unaware of it, what about Becky Lynch versus Kaylie Ray?
Oh, Alba Fire actually is her name now.
Whatever.
I thought he was gonna say Sable.
So Kaylie Ray had
good?
Kaylie Ray had a name change?
Yes, Kaylie Ray changed her. They changed her name in NXT. She is now Alba Fire.
Is she doing anything right now?
No, recently she was part of a 20-woman tag match to determine who would be Mandy Rose's next contender for the NXT Women's title. She ended up losing to, well, everybody lost, but the winner of that
Zoe Stark.
match was Zoe Stark, yes. A returning Zoe Stark.
Well,
who apparently was
feel
injured.
I feel like I don't know what the name. I'm not gonna go with the name change. I feel like Becky Lynch versus Kaylie Ray could be fun if they decide not to rematch Bianca and Becky at Clash in the Castle.
Clash at the Castle, yes.
At the Castle.
We'll probably
if they
call
don't
it.
do that rematch.
We'll call it
that
Clash
could be a fun
Clans.
match.
Yeah, so who knows? But I still think Bianca continues
Yes.
her reign. Let's move on to the other women's match. We have. Don't start simping
can't
yet,
wait.
Slack. Don't start
I
simping yet.
can't wait to talk about it.
We
Slack,
have.
I'm gonna break your heart right now.
I'm
we
fine.
have.
I'm fine
we-
with it.
We have Liv
I've been waiting for
Morgan,
this.
it's still weird to say the SmackDown Women's Champion, and she finally got her nameplates, by the way, versus Ronda Rousey, the challenger here. And so, first off, let's go to you, Slack, real quick.
Okay.
Money in the Bank happens.
Yes.
Liv Morgan cashes in and wins.
Yes.
And you tweeted, because I saw this tweet.
Didn't
You
you
said
not watch it? Flash?
you said I don't even feel like watching Money in the Bank today.
Yeah, I know. Okay, first off, I found myself in a situation where I couldn't even watch Money in the Bank if I wanted to. So, yeah, I couldn't watch it regardless. Which really sucks in hindsight. But, like, my love of Liv Morgan has never been a secret. I've been saying it since her NXT.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, she definitely knows.
What do you mean she knows?
She
Oh,
probably
you
knows.
you know.
I don't know if I know, so I'm kind of nervous right now. No, but like genuinely, like I've always thought Liv Morgan had like she's always been a very likable character when she's faced. When she turned heel,
You
it
mean
was just
she's hot?
no. I'm genuinely saying like
So she's ugly?
you're assholes.
Hey, Slack, you can say
I
a beautiful
think
woman's
Liv
attractive.
Morgan
It's fine.
Yes, I love Liv Morgan. The first thing that drew me to her was that she is gorgeous. I love Liv Morgan for that reason. But watching her actually, like, a lot of people just wrestle on their morals, and I feel like she has done enough work to get herself over. Like, I'm surprised she eventually got over. I'm very happy she's champion. I feel like she retains against Ronda in some sort of wonk-ass way. I don't know. I'm just very happy she's champion. I'm very happy she's champion. That's all I'm happy. That's all.
But you agree that she doesn't deserve to win.
Wow. Okay, Murphy.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow, did not see that one coming.
Whoa.
Ice
Deserve?
fucking cold.
Okay. Kayfabe aside, or kayfabe, like, aside, yeah. Deserve? Yes, she deserves to win. Do I think it makes sense for her to win? No. But I feel like if they actually want to run with this, she has to win, even if it's by roll-up again. Like, if Ronda goes for the armbar and she gets it into a crucifix and wins by that again. You know, but I don't know. I feel like she's going to lose, but maybe they'll do it. I feel like one of the women's matches ends with a screwy finish that sets up the rematch. That's
Yeah. All right, Slack. I'm gonna break your heart right now.
Go for it, Will.
So-
I can't wait for this.
Liv Morgan only serves to put the cherry on top and save Ronda Rousey's career, because Ronda Rousey is gonna turn mega heel and
Probably.
beat the fuck out of Liv Morgan. I mean, if anyone gets color on this card, it's gotta be Liv Morgan.
I'm fine with that.
Just
Honestly.
absolutely pure murder. Because everyone wanted Liv Morgan to win so bad, And Ronda Rousey is so not over right now. She is just such.
What if they just do the way they
awful.
did with Becky and Liv retains via roll up again, and that's what makes Ronda?
No, because Ronda Rousey.
That's
No.
shitty
I guess it could be an after the match.
Sorry, what'd you say, Kay?
That makes her a shitty champion if she's only capable of winning via roll up.
They made Jinder Mahal champion for 8 months, and his match was Singh Brothers.
Whoa. We
Don't hinder the gender.
We
in
do
this
not.
house.
We do not hinder the
I'll
gender at
I'll
all.
hinder the gender.
We do not hinder the gender here.
Anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna get beat up until we just hear.
Stop! He's already dead.
We're just gonna hear that Michael Cole is gonna say that because Vince isn't in his ear anymore. And it's gonna be ridiculous. Rousey's gonna turn heel. The crowd's gonna boo the. Here's the thing though, it's gonna backfire. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. People are gonna
not gonna
hate
be
Ronda
Becky
for the
turning
wrong
on
reason. Twitter's gonna be like, "You did live dirty. We hate you more."
Yep.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's the wrong
think-
kind of heat.
I think this is setting up the return of Charlotte Flair. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
not only is Liv Morgan going to be sacrificed, she's going to be sacrificed for a future Charlotte Flair title reign.
Fuck.
Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you,
Slack?
Slack?
I think Charlotte Flair versus Liv Morgan is the WrestleMania match to make.
No, it's gonna happen at Clash at the Castle.
No,
Yeah, I still don't think Liv Morgan's a draw, like at all.
she's moving merch at an insane rate.
I will give him that. Liv Morgan is moving a lot of merch. She's doing very well on the live shows as well. So
And she
that
works
that
hard.
is in her
I
favor.
don't think she's a long-term draw. That's the problem. Is I don't think she's a long-term draw. Like she is basically what everyone wanted for Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch has staying power, whereas Liv Morgan, I feel like, doesn't have that staying power. Once she loses the belt, I feel like she just kind of flounders.
Yeah, she feels like another Carmella. With
Although
more
Carmella's-
talent. With more talent.
I don't know. I
She's no Carmella.
I don't know about that. Carmella's very talented, a lot more talented than Liv at the moment.
Yeah, but Carmella is just.
From a championship
Carmella's
stage.
dealing with the Corey Graves issue.
Let me ask you.
If Corey Graves is out of the picture, I think we think of Carmella a lot differently.
Let me ask you: Is Carmella a Hall of Famer?
SmackDown Women's Champion. She had the tag titles for a little bit, right?
No.
Yeah,
her and
for a little-
Zelina.
Her and Zelina had the
Money in
tag
the Bank
titles.
winner.
Didn't she
Two-time
win-
female Money in the Bank winner.
Didn't she win the Battle Royal at WrestleMania once?
She also dated
She did.
Enzo.
She yes.
That's
not
an
a
accolade,
that's
man.
not an in-ring accomplishment.
That's
She
an
dated
accolade.
Big
It's not
Cass,
an
not
accomplishment. It's
Enzo.
definitely an accolade.
Didn't she date Big Cass, not
Did-
Enzo?
No, she was it Big Cass?
Yeah,
I'm pretty
right.
sure
It was Cass.
Liv Morgan
It was
dated
Liv
Enzo.
Morgan
Liv
dated
Morgan-
Enzo.
Yeah, you.
She dated Big Cass.
Well, actually, I'm gonna go with what top tier Daquan said. If Charmel can make it, then Carmella can make it. So yes, Carmella's a Hall of Famer
Yeah,
based
that's
on
a
the
great
fact
point.
They gave
Queen
Carmella
Char-
that-
Set match. She's a Hall
Yeah.
of Famer.
Charmella thing's so weird.
now
So
Charmel's
not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Great
No, no,
Khali
no,
being
yeah.
Hall of
She'll
Fame
get there
is weird.
eventually.
Great Khali being Hall of Fame is very weird for me.
No, it's not.
He's a Hall of Fame because he's an icon in a country that's like the size of the planet.
yeah,
They-
he's a cultural icon
Like
essentially.
half the
Meh.
planet loves this man. All right. He's
Yeah,
a-
yeah. Kali is you
Man.
want Kali in every Hall of Fame you can get him in.
Is that the entire SummerSlam card? Because I feel like that's all.
Oh
there
no!
is.
Oh no! Slack! Oh no! There's more to the SummerSlam card, including what is going to probably be
Oh, fuck.
the match of the fucking night. If they can
Here.
replicate what they did at Money in the Bank, the undisputed tag team champions are on the line. The Usos versus Street Profits Part 2 with a special guest known as JEFFJARRE Jeff Jarrett as your special guest referee. Will, I don't know where to start with this. I'm so excited for this.
I wish Jeff Jarrett would just fuck right off. To be honest, Jeff Jarrett makes
Why
this
is he in this match?
I don't understand
at
It's
Money in the Bank,
Nashville.
the ref fucked up. The shoulder was
Oh,
up.
that's why.
On Raw, the ref fucked up again because the shoulder was up.
It was SmackDown, I think, but close.
It was SmackDown. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then now they need a guest ref, and Jeff Jarrett's from Nashville. So
Yeah.
I get it, but the story doesn't fit the feud.
Like they're
Like-
trying to have somebody not make a bad decision, and they're getting Jeff Jarrett of all people to be the one that doesn't make the bad decision.
Jeff
and
Jarrett's a
that-
good choice from a location.
No, it
Yeah.
makes perfect sense, but it's like if you're gonna bring in Jeff Jarrett, why this match?
Yeah,
Okay,
Like,
I agree with
this
that.
match doesn't need. This match is bigger than Jeff Jarrett.
Elias versus Kevin Owens.
Like
needed Jeff
the
Jarrett.
dream, to me, this gets in the way of the dream match. It's like now you have to shoehorn Jeff Jarrett into the finish somehow, right? Something has to happen with Jeff Jarrett instead of these two going off.
Yeah,
It's like great, we got to incorporate Double J over here.
Yeah, there's definitely a guitar in there somewhere.
yep.
Yeah, and the more and more I think about it, I think the Street Profits are winning.
Whew. Whew.
Cheeky boy.
I like that. I like that. I like that idea because you deal with like the if not now when.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well, like, who would be next for the Usos if they retain? New Day again?
Well, I don't think New Day does anything big until Biggie. Viking
Raiders
Raiders
are heel though.
That's why I think that's more. I think that's a good point. If Viking Raiders are heel, and if you put that on a clearly faced team as a Street Profits, it makes sense.
Oh, they do those vignettes again.
They do the
God.
competition vignettes. Actually, I'd be all for it. Street Profits are winning. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, I feel
if
like
I get
Street
those
Profits
vignettes
have to
again.
win. There's no pure face tag team unless there's a call up the night after SummerSlam. But
And to be honest with you, there's no hotter tag team right now as a face than the Street Profits. They're on
Yeah.
fire. Montez Ford and Dawkins are doing great work right now.
They're very over. Like,
Yeah.
strike while the iron's hot. Right now, the iron's white hot.
Yeah, and the Usos are going to give them a match like they wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
believe.
Unless Montez turns.
SummerSlam is the heel pay per view. Our premium live event now.
It's time.
So, I still think they need a run as tag champs.
okay,
Like,
what
I
do
mean,
you think?
they have won the tag titles, but
No, I agree. I think I think there's still gas in the tank.
yeah. Okay, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the Street Profits' time. And I want to see what this means for the bloodline now that they're not all champions. Like, I want to see
Yeah.
some meat to that story.
And I think actually, I think that does provide some meat to the story in and of itself because they no longer have like all the major belts now. So what the question is, what happens if Roman retains but the Usos lose? And I think that's a cool dynamic.
Very
to
Sami
play
Zayn
off
takes
of.
over the position of the Usos and finally wins the bloodline.
Now, do Roman Reigns starts to acknowledge Sami Zayn? They become friends. The Usos are just like, what?
Exactly. So,
Did you watch
Do you
Sami
think
Zayn?
this-
Did you watch
Do you
his
think
Broken
this
Skull
results
session?
in Sami
Not
Zayn
yet.
getting a title
It's
shot?
great. Watch it. It's amazing.
So we'll definitely see what happens. All right, so let's move on. To love that face
Oh.
theory.
Well,
The United States Championship is on the line with a hugely over Bobby Lashley defending against Austin Theory, the Money in the Bank holder at the moment. I predict, just to tease the crap out of everybody, this match will probably go on first, if not very early on in the card.
Yeah.
So, Kaylie Ray, we're going to start with you. Who takes this? Bobby or everybody's favorite person that they love to hate, Austin Theory, who, by the way, is doing a great job as a heel.
I think Lashley's going to win.
Yeah, I agree.
yep. Lashley's gonna make Theory eat his own butt. Like,
Wow. Usually we save those comments for Smacking It Raw. Shout out to Smacking It Raw, who just joined the chat.
what the fuck?
Yeah, they're the greatest podcast on Pornhub. You didn't know?
Greatest wrestling podcast on Pornhub. That's
Greatest wrestling podcast on Pornhub. My apologies. Greatest wrestling podcast on Pornhub. You should check them out, Slack.
Yeah. Okay.
Shameless plug. Anywho, Cam Murphy, did you have any more to say about Bobby and Theory?
I mean, I'm enjoying what Theory's doing, but I don't know. I just feel like it's Lashley's time again. He's very hot right now.
I concur.
Yeah, Lashley is on freaking fire. Will,
I'm
did you-
confused though. Wasn't last I checked, Lashley was feuding with MVP and Omos. What happened with that?
They finished that.
They did.
Yeah.
That's how far behind I am.
Mr. Fretz has a good prediction. He goes, Lashley wins in dominant fashion, takes Theory to a local medical facility. We think he's done, but when Brock and Roman take a huge bump and Theory swoops in.
Yeah.
Don't be right, Fretz. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe
Don't
that's
be
how
right.
they'll split the belt. Is that they'll have Theory cash in the middle of the last man standing match. He pins Roman Reigns and then takes one of the belts, and then it's Roman versus Brock for whichever belt Theory doesn't take.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We don't know, because they've never said that it's one title. They just said they're unified as if they're supposed to be one. And you can only cash in on one belt.
Would Theory cash in, and then he would have to be part of the last man standing match?
Yeah, like, it wouldn't be a pin.
That's what I was just thinking
He's
about.
entering the match that already exists.
Right.
Yeah. Unless he comes in after the match.
How do you have a three-way? Yeah, how do you have a three-way last man standing match? That's never happened before.
It's never happened, so he'd have to come in
One
after
would
the
have
match.
to be like knocked out, I feel like.
Or be like an elimination thing.
Yeah. So, Slack, who is Mindbender Magic? Because they said they're here for you.
Who?
Mindbender Magic?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
my friend Jordan.
I totally
what's up,
forgot
Jordan?
Cody was a person.
Yeah, Fred, stop jumping the gun. We're going to get to that in a second. So, are we all saying Bobby here?
Yeah.
Bobby.
We're all
Bobby by
saying
murder.
We're all saying Bobby. By the way, that line that Roman said on Theory at the Garden on Monday was epic.
Your daddy ain't here anymore.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
He should be like, hey, your daddy ain't here anymore either.
Wait, no, Roman's dad is still alive.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm?
I think that's what Will was getting at.
Who knows? On to a match that was supposed to happen, but now, as a couple of hours ago, is canceled.
What the fuck happened?
At the end of Raw, Seth Rollins curb stomped the absolute loving shit out of Riddle. If you saw, that's what the fuck happened, and apparently Riddle sustained injuries.
No, that's a storyline of what happened. What actually happened?
That's all we know so far. Even though they said it's kayfabe, so we could have the possibility of this match being totally wiped out, or Seth getting another mystery opponent.
Yeah, because Seth had to put a tweet out.
He sent it seemed like a sincere tweet.
Yeah, it says. Hang on,
Saying what?
I pull it up.
What if
For
Seth
anyone,
comes
for
down
anyone
the
who
ring?
Slack, excuse me. For anyone who purchased a ticket to SummerSlam hoping to see me in action, I apologize. I did everything I could over the last 6 months to earn my spot on this show, but some things are out of my control. Thank you for always singing my song, They'll Heal You Someday.
Seth Rollins said that?
Yeah, Seth freaking Rollins. You can say that now.
That's weird.
Yeah, Seth freaking Rollins.
That's really out of character.
It's just like, well, what? Excuse, what happened?
That sounds like Colby Lopez.
Yeah, and then Triple H tweeted him, I hear you.
Yeah. For some reason, Freds thinks that it's Johnny Gargano, which there's no indication that it would be Johnny at all.
Oh, but I pay double.
Wasn't there teasing online that Johnny Gargano might come back to WWE?
Really?
No.
Oh.
Not that
I
I
don't know. I was like scrolling through YouTube and like a YouTube video headline said
you know what?
that,
See,
but
this
I
is
didn't
what
watch it.
happens. This is what happens when Vince McMahon retires and Triple H gets in charge. Everybody gets their fucking hopes up that all of their favorites from the Indies are just all of a sudden going to return to WWE.
I got it. I got it, guys. I got it. I cracked the code. Seth's gonna be in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The screen's gonna go dark. It's gonna go. Wrestling has more than one royal family, and it's gold dust. And it's gold
It's
dust.
gold dust. Could you imagine?
That'd be so great.
He also has a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
What?
What if it's like Braun Strowman comes back, that country motherfucker?
God,
No.
he'd get booed out of the building.
Is there
No, he's
anyone
in
from
Nashville. They'd
Nashville
love him.
I
that,
guess.
would make sense to fight Seth. That's from Nashville, or at least from Tennessee.
No.
Where's James Storm from?
James Storm's not coming out. Stop it. No, there's no one. There's no one at all. Smacking a Raw, Matt Ritter actually came up with a good idea about how you can do a triple threat, and Theory cashes in. So Brock and Roman both knock each other out, and Theory enters, and both guys are down for 10. That is honestly one of the best heel ways to ever cash in. That would be
that would be
fantastic.
so. He just sits there doing nothing.
Nothing.
I would die.
Yeah, so either
Everyone never want to see someone get hurt, but couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
I honestly kind of hope that happens.
yeah, Ritter hates Riddle. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So it's either Seth is not doing anything at SummerSlam, which is obviously a fucking lie, or he's going up against somebody else. People say Gargano. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue.
Maybe Randy comes back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When is he due to come back?
Huh?
When is he due to come back?
We have no idea.
They never disclosed.
Oh, it's gonna be old man. It's gonna be, hey, nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna take what you've done to me. Hey.
Hold on. What if it's Randy and he comes back and he gives us injury update reports like he used to when he was younger?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Week 18 into Randy Orton recovery.
That's what it's going to be. Is Randy's going to come back, not do a match. He's going to give you a recovery update.
He's going to come out. He's going to RKO Seth and go, sorry, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
It's the season premiere. And then he's going to leave.
Oh, man. Moving on to big match here. We have Pat McAfee.
This is happening.
This is going to be fun.
Who just re-upped his contract going up against his former NFL teammate, Corbin. In what's probably going to be an impressive match because Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's fucking impressive.
It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Team Patrick.
Yeah. Corbin at this point in his career is a great guy to take a loss, and he'll still be fine. We got to give Corbin credit for being actually a very, very good character.
I think Corbin
and being able to change the times. Wait, hold on. You said Corbin wins, Slack?
Feels possible.
No, it doesn't.
For me, it does.
Well,
I feel like Pat McAfee already had his moment. Pat McAfee had his moment in WrestleMania. I feel like he doesn't need a SummerSlam moment as well. I feel like Corbin's going to win just to piss people off.
Slack, tell me the last time Baron Corbin's won a feud.
He doesn't work.
With his hairline, I guess.
That was a loss. That
was a big L. He does look pretty great.
Shaved.
Exists to lose to other people that WWE likes better.
But I don't know.
But in a goofy way.
I feel like Corbin could win, but then McAfee still gets like the feel good moment either way.
Slack, you're killing me while you're fiddling with your mic, man.
And your dusty finishes.
I don't know.
What kind of feel good moment could Patrick have?
See, this is the match where Double J should have been guest referee for.
Yes.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Either way, I think Pat McAfee's going over because it's Pat fucking McAfee.
Pat McAfee.
I mean, who doesn't want to see Corbin get hit in the head with a guitar?
Didn't Pat McAfee go out with the McMahon family to a fucking UFC event?
It was right after Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
also,
Pat would win.
Also, Jeff Jarrett is wrestling Ric Flair the night after.
Oh, don't worry.
Yes.
We're gonna get to that.
Unbelievable.
Don't worry. We're gonna get to that. Jeff Jarrett is double booked.
And he's a WWE executive.
Is he currently?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
What position?
He's he's got a position backstage. He is under like full-time contract with WWE.
That's true. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's move on to this into another high-profile match.
Too.
Yeah, if you didn't watch the beginning of Raw, you have The Miz versus Logan Paul, and then a week later, Jake Paul is going to be headlining the Garden. But listen, Logan Paul just signed also a multi-year contract with WWE. This also happened while we were away. Logan Paul signed a multi-year contract with WWE, so he's here for the long run. And to be honest with you, good for them because he's got a ton of potential to be a huge star. Needs his promo work.
Dude, but the problem in WWE is going to have with him, though, is that he is a magnet for controversy.
Is it him or is it Jake?
Both.
Jake.
Both of them.
Both of
Logan
them. So,
less so recently, but
dude, just this week. Well, this isn't like, I guess this isn't still controversial. The fact that WWE would care, but like Logan Paul released like a movie review of Nope, and like he shit all over it, but didn't like. It wasn't like bad because it's Logan Paul. People were just calling a bunch of names, and it was controversial and it was stupid.
he
Like,
also
coming from the guy who like laughed at dead people in Suicide Forest or whatever. Remember he did that?
Yeah, that was I know that's when he got a lot of major heat.
Yeah. So like
He
Logan
also
Paul
released
is gonna have a
Tinder
lot of
Life
that.
video.
This guy comes with baggage and controversy, follows him everywhere. Some deserved, some not deserved.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just don't like him.
You can't deny
Can't deny the talent.
You can't deny the talent. But Kay, my question is, what exactly do you not like about him? Besides,
I think he's an
outside of a
asshole.
Suicide Forest thing.
His what?
Outside of a Suicide Forest controversy.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't want to know.
Don't worry about it then, yeah.
Great. I think he's an asshole, and like I'm fine with stupid celebrity matches, and I love Miz wrestling all the stupid celebrities.
Oh, he's not a
I
stupid
would
celebrity. He is now a contracted WWE superstar.
And a boxer. Like a legit boxer.
I just like, I don't like him. I don't respect him. I would rather watch The Miz wrestle someone else.
a wet paper
Give
bag.
me Bad Bunny. Give me Bad Bunny again.
You'll get your Bad Bunny when he's done touring.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
You seen the Celebrity All-Star game?
I kind of want to go.
And the Home Run Derby? You see at the Home Run Derby?
No, I didn't. What happened to the Home Run Derby?
Bad Bunny, he presented the winner with like the chain.
I was watching Raw, probably. That's why.
Missed a great derby.
I saw highlights.
Fair enough.
I saw highlights.
I think
mean,
he's playing Yankee Stadium soon.
he is playing Yankee Stadium, and maybe I shouldn't tell you about my places doing Bad Bunny trivia, and we're trying to give away tickets to Bad Bunny in Yankee Stadium. But anyway.
God, the Bronx is gonna be wild.
Yeah, stay far,
Oh my
far
god,
away.
it's the day I'm going to see My Chemical Romance.
Oh, I'm so excited for those shows.
We have
Like-
MCR and Bad Bunny. This is
Vince challenges McAfee
tight.
again.
what a time to be alive.
Hey,
but I
when are
mean,
you seeing MCR again? What are your dates?
I'm seeing them twice. I'm seeing them on Long Island on August 27th at the UBS Arena. And I am seeing them again in New Jersey on September 20th.
that's good. Save that for the post show. Anyway, let's move along to another tag team match. We have Team Mysterio, who Rey Mysterio celebrated 20 years at the Garden, which is actually pretty fucking dope. And they actually, the one time, Will, that I almost bought a Rey Mysterio mask.
Oh.
They had a dope 20-year. They had a dope 20-year anniversary mask.
I would laugh at you so hard to your face.
I was going to wear it for the show too.
I would have laughed. I'd still be laughing. It's an hour and a half in. I'd still be
support it.
laughing.
It was
I
a good.
support you.
It was a good match. They also had some other stuff for Ray, but I wasn't able to get. But I'll probably get on the Fanatics WWE shop at this moment. But you have Dominic and Ray going up against whatever the fuck is left of Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and a returning Rhea Ripley, which I think, Kay, you were very happy to see.
Oh my god, her in the I'm Your Poppy shirt was the perfect touch. It was so hot. Oh my god.
You know what made it even more perfect, Kay?
Finn
Was
Balor
that-
yelling, "It's my birthday."
No.
Yes.
That was so good.
No, not that.
Then
It's
what?
the fact that you saw the backstage segment when they were doing the celebration. And
Oh wait,
Rhea
isn't
shows
she
up.
dating Buddy Murphy?
She's dating Buddy Murphy, and Aaliyah
Yeah.
stepped up to him. I was like, oh, fuck. That's beautiful.
His tweet was excellent.
What?
was
Who's
his tweet?
tweet?
Buddy Murphy's like, I wouldn't mind seeing Aaliyah and Rhea Ripley and a Buddy Murphy on a pole match. Like, a ladder match in the custody of Buddy Murphy.
Nice.
I butchered it, but it was something like that.
What a guy. What a guy. At least he has a sense of humor. What
Thank
a
you.
guy.
I saw a screenshot of Aaliyah. She looks mighty fine.
Yeah, she's a gorgeous girl. Gorgeous girl. Ray showing up to the Garden in the Maybach, that was amazing, by the way. Like,
And
what
then
a
she
con.
gifted him the Halloween Havoc costume.
Yes, she did. Aaliyah gifted Ray his original Halloween Havoc
I
outfit.
The
marked
purple
out.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really, really fucking dope. It was a good celebration for Ray, as well. But do a mysterious.
Aaliyah, why'd you just pull this from my closet, Holmes?
Here's the thing: do you have the Mysterios lose this for the sake of getting Judgment Day over? Because Judgment Day is floundering without Edge.
Dude,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
When is Dominic fucking turning on Ray?
Saturday.
honestly, I thought
I thought it was gonna.
I thought it was
gonna
Monday.
happen on Monday.
I thought it
Me
was
too.
Monday. I like he's celebrating 20 years. He's gonna talk about how much he loves his son, blah blah blah, and then Dominic's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, that made
Didn't
sense.
happen.
Saturday,
So
and
I'm
then
hope-
Edge saves Ray.
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
No. The way
Yes.
the way that I see it, if we believe that these mysterious vignettes are Edge, and they more than likely are fucking Edge, Edge returning as a rated R superstar would not save Rey Mysterio.
Who says
It's not Bray Wyatt?
I don't think he comes back as
No.
a
I don't
heel.
think it's Bray.
I don't think
I think he comes back as face and then turns heel probably
The
before
rated R superstar at best is anti-hero like type face.
Maybe he
Rated R
saves
super.
Ray, maybe he saves Ray from the beatdown. Like he gets his he gets his hands on Balor, beats up Finn, is like holding up Ray's hand. Ray turns to the crowd, turns back around, spear from Edge, and he's like tweener.
No, he's still
Maybe.
heel. I mean,
I think you guys are putting too much thought into a filler match.
yeah, and I think
I
Edge
feel
would.
like this match is here for that reason, is to bring Edge back.
No.
Perfect.
No, they haven't even revealed his sentence.
Well,
Like, the last time we saw his
that
sentence.
that
Go ahead,
I
Kay.
saw online that Edge was supposed to be scheduled to return at MSG, but then they
Yeah.
changed the plan, which makes me think that they would do it at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Or the Monday after.
Edge
Oh,
has come
Glaber
back
ties
at
the
other
game. Let's
SummerSlams
go.
before. Edge has come back at 2 different SummerSlams, so there's a pattern here.
Listen, rated R superstar Edge would save Rey Mysterio and then make out with Aaliyah. That's the rated R superstar Edge I remember.
Oh my god,
Can you imagine?
Sure.
that'd be
I'm-
great. Beth Phoenix just watches from the stage.
just that's
So
my
pouty.
husband. Yeah, right.
Maybe I should join Judgment Day.
Yeah, no. Rated R superstar Edge is returning either at SummerSlam or probably post SummerSlam. I think it's post. I think this is just a match. I wouldn't be surprised if this match is even on the pre-show. To be completely honest with you,
If
What
it
a-
isn't,
What a burn.
no, it won't be pretty
Yeah.
it potentially could be pre-show, but we'll see what
You
happens.
can't celebrate Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary and then put him on the pre-show.
Yes, you can. You absolutely
Hella
can.
rude. That's
No,
hella
it's not.
rude.
We've had the
Shit,
Intercontinental.
AEW
We've had the
fucking strong.
Intercontinental Championship on the pre-show of WrestleMania. You can do anything.
I agree, that's bad. But
I'm
maybe
just-
in this new era, we can have more
Don't get all
respect.
market with me, Kay. Don't
Old
get all
habits
market
die
with me.
hard.
I'm
Anywho.
hopeful for this new era.
Oh no, I love it. Keep the positivity, but don't think that everything changes overnight.
It won't. I know that. I'm not stupid.
Yes, and I hope that's what all marks remember. That things don't change overnight. But anywho, that's what we have for the SummerSlam card.
They did for Vince.
It's true. It's very true. Good call. good call. But that's all we have for the SummerSlam card. So how good do you think the SummerSlam will be? This is the first outdoor SummerSlam in a very, very long time. Nashville, out of 10 crowns, Slack, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, how many crowns do you think this SummerSlam will be?
With 10 being like the best and 1 being the worst, you said?
Just like I said, yes.
I'm just reiterating, just making sure I wasn't fully listening.
That's fine, I know.
What else is new?
I think it has potential to be 8, but I feel like it's going to be a 6.
People are people in our chat. Top tier to Quan. We got 7 from top tier to Quan. 7.75 because Mr. Fred thinks he's Dave Meltzer. So Slack is Mr. Negativity going with a 6. Well, what about you?
7. I'm gonna give it my 7 was just kind of like, we'll see what happens. I don't really have any expectations. I think the main event's gonna be great. Street Profits are gonna be great. Everything else is kind of just like, we'll see.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying 6.
K. Murphy.
7-5. I
Very-
have medium expectations. I have more excitement because Triple H is in charge now, and I'm curious if anything is being changed from the Vince direction. But also, it's a pay-per-view of a product I've barely watched.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what the setup is for SummerSlam, how we're going to do this stadium feel. Because the idea, as we know, because we talked about before, the idea is to do more stadium shows more often than not. If they can do it, they're going to do it, especially for your big fours and things like that. So I think the crowd's going to be big for this.
For sure.
It's going to be a great day, and I think they're going to benefit from this being on a Saturday. Yet again, Saturday show is a great idea. I know Sunday's tradition, but fuck that. Saturday's so much better for everybody. It becomes more of a social gathering for a lot of people. I think this will do an 8. My hope is that we can get a little bit of the magic of Roman and Brock from the first time they met at WrestleMania 31 without the cash in from Seth. Because if you look back at their first encounter at WrestleMania 31, great fucking match. It is a very it's the best match they've had was the first one. Everything else was kind of here and there besides the Fatal 4 at SummerSlam was actually damn good. But I hope that Roman can have a marquee match with Brock and not have it go to shit in some way, shape, or form. Because that happens all the time. And I think that's the reason they keep on trying to do this match is because they have... Every time they come together, something fucked up happens, or we're throwing beach balls, or we just don't give a shit about it, you know.
Well,
Or Roman
hopefully this
dislocates
is
his
the time.
shoulder.
Or Roman dislocates his shoulder at Mania as well, too.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I think they're going to go balls to walls, and this match will help them because they have a lot of stuff to play with. Roman couldn't be better. Brock couldn't be better. They're both healthy, from what we know. I think this is going to work out. I'm going to go with an 8. I think it's going to be a solid 8. And now, on to what is going to be our future shock as we try to predict what may happen in this upcoming match. We have what is supposed to be Ric Flair's last match, and it is a family fucking affair. Ric Flair's final match will be the day after SummerSlam at the Nashville Municipal Auditorium. So Ric Flair. It is Ric Flair and his son-in-law, Andrade El Idolo, formerly Andrade Cien Almas, versus JEFFJARRETT, that is Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal, along with Karen Jarrett in the corner of...
Out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Karen? Oh my god, no one's worse than Karen Jarrett.
So if we believe that this is actually Ric Flair's last match, you guys can, talk about it in the comments as well. How does this match book this match, Will?
Oh, Ric Flair has a heart attack 5 minutes in.
Jay Lethal and Ric Flair woo at each other for 5 minutes straight.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Andrade El Idolo gets billed as Mr. Charlotte Flair.
Oh, that would be really funny.
Andrade comes out in a Charlotte robe.
Yes, yeah.
It says Charlotte.
Flair does the Flair flop.
Ric
but
Flair has a
doesn't get back
stunt
up.
double? God, that would be so funny.
Ric Flair does the Flair flop, but then doesn't get back up.
Yeah, he has a heart attack.
And was like, oh, there's the Flair flop. Oh, he's down.
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
We're about to go full Mickey Rourke and the wrestler here. He's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock, and then the lights are going to go out.
He has to die in the ring. Ric Flair has to die in the ring. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
So Top Secret Quan says...
Figure 4 leg lock, and then, he'll get blasted with do you think Ric Flair gets hit with a guitar?
Yes.
No.
He has to, right?
It's either Flair or Andrade. I think Andrade will get the guitar.
Andrade take.
Yeah, I take one. That's a fair guess right there.
I think we just lost Slack. Look at that. Look at that face. I think he's gone. Oh no, he's there. Never mind. He is back.
Slack is back.
Yeah. So top two to Quan says, what is it? Andrade and Jay Lethal do all the work with Flair and Jarrett doing some minor spots, and Flair gets the finish by submitting Jay Lethal to the figure 4. I don't know about this because I feel like
I definitely think Rick gets the finish.
Rick's gonna be in the finish no matter what, but doesn't
Jarrett pins Ric Flair?
Yeah, but doesn't Ric Flair go out on his back?
No, it's Ric Flair.
Yeah, but it was also the Undertaker. The Undertaker almost went out on his back, but he didn't.
No, this match also isn't real.
Well, neither's any of wrestling will.
No, I mean it doesn't count.
It is too much of his last match for me to believe it's his last match.
They created a Starrcade essentially and fucking events surrounding this.
Yeah, Conrad did.
Yeah. Like this is for one match. I don't even think there's anything else on the card.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't think there's anything else on the card.
No, there is. There's a lot on the card.
Is just
Oh,
his
is there?
match?
Yeah, the card's pretty stacked actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is a whole card. It's very interesting, but Flair being the last person. Oh man. So I still think Flair eats. I think Jay Lethal pins Flair, which I think will be a cool spot. Because I don't see Flair. Then again, I never saw Flair doing a rap video, so I can't say I don't see Flair going taking the win here. But Flair also did a rap video, and that also was a thing.
Anything is possible, Ricky.
Anything is possible with Ric Flair. So
He's kind of a whore.
Kind of.
He's a glory hole. A glory whore.
Yeah. The man's had what 5 marriages?
Well, he's also a
6?
whore.
I think it's 5 marriages. I don't know. Someone ask Charlotte. Slack, can you ask Charlotte for us?
Oh yeah, let me get right on that.
Thank you, Slack. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Dear plastic doll.
Don't. What?
Black, I have a question.
I have an answer possibly.
This should be good.
All right, if you were in a life or death situation and you were moments away from dying, but the only person that could rescue you was Charlotte Flair, would you let Charlotte Flair save your life, or would you rather die?
Feels like you overestimate my hatred of Charlotte Flair. I would prefer life. So yeah, I guess I'd let her.
So you're dying then?
But how is she saving my life? Because that depends on it. Because if she has to give me mouth to mouth, I might just take the L here.
I didn't consider that. The scenario I had in mind specifically is you are in a burning building and the only fire person available is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, that's fine. She can do her job if she wants to. Yeah. I don't have a deep hatred for Charlotte. I do. And from a kayfabe standpoint, I fucking hate Charlotte Flair, but as a human being, I really don't give a crap either way.
My goodness, Slack, you need to testify in front of a Congress with that answer. I don't have a deep hatred for Charlotte. I mean, I do. But, holy shit.
There's good people on both sides, okay?
My God, what a line. What a line. And with that being said, folks, we have reached the end of our show. Slack, are you showing up for the post show or nay?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, Slag is going to be with us in the post show. Did we miss anything else in wrestling? We covered a lot of stuff. Vince is gone. Triple H and Stephanie and Nick Khan are in charge. SummerSlam and here. Slack is here at all. We have a new visual experience as you guys have been experiencing. Let me know in the comments, how do you guys like this new are switching back and forth with these different cutscenes? Please let me know how things are going with that as well. But do we have anything else to add?
AEW is finally coming to Toronto.
Anything of importance?
Wow. This is an American podcast, Slack.
And yet half your viewers tonight are Canadian.
Thank God.
Yeah, right. We gotta have some nice people in our corner. And Zebra bad for sex bots.
You're welcome.
I didn't mention you. I
That
meant
is
your
true.
friends.
It's usually sex bots.
I am a
Jesus.
confirmed draw. Confirmed.
No, your dad's the draw. Mr. Slack is the draw. That's the real draw right there.
Okay.
Apparently, Fred said none of AEW is going to Toronto, and he demands details from you, Slack.
Okay, I'll send it to him on Facebook.
Your friend Kevin's the best. He goes, Mrs. American? Fuck. Sorry, Kev. Sorry to burst your bubble. But we are indeed Americans. We come in peace, though, except when it comes to Slack. I say that all the time, Kevin. Down with the Americans. I say it all the time. Trust me. But Kevin and anybody else is...
Why you guys are so mean to me, by the way, because she tuned in. She goes, why are your friends so mean to you?
Wait. Your girlfriend's been watching the whole time?
Not the whole time. She tuned in before she went to bed because I sent her the link, and she just asked, why are your friends so mean to you?
It's a gimmick.
And I was like, it's an inside joke thing. It's all meant in good fun. She goes, okay, like, because I was worried.
Yeah, she don't believe you.
She don't believe you at all? Slack, you're going to get a talking to after this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, maybe.
I assure you, Mrs. Slack, it is all in good fun.
Okay.
She is not Mrs. Slack yet. We'll pump the brakes there,
Slack
Will.
yet.
Yeah, well, I don't know her name, so I'm calling her Mrs.
Yeah,
Slack.
what is your girlfriend's name you want to share about with us?
I'll share it in the post show.
Okay, that's fine.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Look at him trying to get people to come to the post show.
It's not like it's not like we're not Facebook friends with you. We can just pull it up whenever. So.
Yeah, I know, but like, I just don't want. Maybe I just don't want outside listeners knowing. Maybe there's just
I don't
that.
want to. I don't want to do. I don't care that much.
Yeah, well, Slack's
I can wait the
girlfriend,
5 minutes.
Slack's girlfriend, whatever your name is, we come in peace. And we do also want you need to ask her a question: is she Team Slack or Team Fuck You Slack?
We come in peace and make sure he leaves in pieces.
Okay, you were gonna say something?
I would like to point that I have had positive interactions with Slack.
Thank you. Did that CM Punk T-shirt fit, by the way?
Yes, I made into a crop top.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you keep on
Oh.
feeding Kay with gifts. That's right.
I gave her one T-shirt. I don't think I've ever given her anything else.
Excuse me, the Shotzi helmet.
Yes, which okay.
You did.
Kay has been a great person as long as I've known them. So
You bought
shouldn't
Kay
say-
a shot. I forgot you bought Kay a Shotzi helmet.
Yeah.
So did I.
How much did that
Yeah.
run you up?
Like honestly, on the WWE shop it was like $40.
Yeah, but what about that shipping?
I think they were doing some sort of promotion, so I shipped like half of the package to myself and then half to Kay.
What?
So like I ordered like a couple of T-shirts and then like I was able to send your helmet
that
to a
makes
different
sense.
spot.
Oh, Mr. Freds did remember. You did also get Kay that Aleister Black video.
That was okay. Fine.
That was free.
That was free. That didn't cost me nothing.
I think we should slap. Oh, Slack might really be in the doghouse. Oh man.
I hope you got your girlfriend better gifts.
And with that, I think we're going to the post show. I'm not going to be responsible for this. I'm not going to be responsible for this bludgeoning.
Yeah, hit me with the post. Hit me with the music, please.
Oh, fuck.
There we go.
That old fuck says it all.
Oh man! Oh, it's gonna be a great post show. Oh man! Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to episode 301 of Kings of the Rings podcast, Summer Slack, featuring a hopefully still in a relationship Slack after this show. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. Find me on Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs, Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us some 5-star reviews and subscribe to us by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, featuring shows like the Kings of the Rings podcast, WrestleMania podcast, Young Lions Perspective, and our brand new Brace for Impact podcast, reviewing a bunch of classic TNA and Impact pay-per-views. Subscribe to Wrestle Addict Radio by following us at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, all of that fun shit. Links to all of our things, including some fresh merchandise, is in the description below, wherever you're listening to us or watching us. Slack, thank you for being on the show, and hopefully we haven't destroyed your relationship, but tell us where they can find you. Hold on. We'll be back. Go ahead, Slack.
It's Slack style on pretty much everything. Just sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's a 09, sometimes it's not. It's like Twitter is like the main one, that's 09. TikTok as well as 09, and then Instagram is no 09. But Slack style everywhere, pretty much.
There you go, Slack style everywhere. Will Tarashok.
Oh yeah, you know me. I'm just chilling here. I'm making a bunch of podcasts, editing a bunch of shit. Every day is keep posting more and more things. So you'll see it eventually, whether you want to or not.
Very
Right, K
true.
Murphy?
I got some dank ass weed this past weekend, and I'm fucked up. I have been in excruciating pain this entire time, so I am medicating. And this is not the first time I have almost ended someone's relationship, but this is my first time doing it on a podcast. You can find me across all social media platforms at the K Murphy, TheKae Murphy. Ricky,
Yes.
what trivia do you have for me today?
We have the wrestling trivia that I did that did great numbers, actually. So we're not gonna do
I'm
wrestling.
gonna do terrible.
We're gonna do pro wrestling trivia on our post show Slack. You're willing to join in with us. So with that being said, enjoy SummerSlam this weekend. It is gonna be on Saturday. Enjoy wrestling, and hopefully you've enjoyed the show and our new visual experience. With that being said, we are going to get the fuck out of here. Join us for the post show if you want, if you're watching us right now. But until then, folks, goodbye, good night, and join me, everybody, in the chat in saying one thing. 3, 2, 1. Fuck you, Slack.
Fuck you, Slack.
Yeah.
Slack didn't say it.
Yeah, see you guys later.
Set it in here.